can a country so rich in oil now struggle just to survive? How, even amid chaos, do Venezuelans still find reasons to smile? Venezuela, once considered the paradise of South America, now faces an unprecedented economic and social collapse. But there's something more, something few ever show. In a landscape of crumbling streets and constant scarcity, there's a quiet beauty that stubbornly refuses to disappear. Today, we're diving into the real Venezuela, the most bankrupt country in South America, yet one of the most fascinating and vibrant on the continent. Get ready to see what the media rarely shows and to understand what's truly happening behind the crisis. If you think Venezuela's story is only about pain and suffering, keep watching. You'll be surprised by what's coming next. Few countries in Latin America have a history as contradictory as Venezuela's. The 1970s, 80s, and even the 90s, it was considered the richest nation in the region. Caracas, the capital, was a modern metropolis filled with towering skyscrapers, bustling commerce, and a growing middle class. Oil, the main source of wealth, seemed endless. Venezuela was one of the largest economies in the world. Oil flowed, and with it, the dreams of a prosperous future for all Venezuelans. But what happened? What led this nation to collapse? What happened to those dreams that once felt so solid? Today, the streets of Caracas, once full of life and movement, reflect a nation scarred by scarcity. The economy lies in ruins, and the bolivar has lost nearly all its value. Millions of Venezuelans have left in search of a better life. Yet even amid crisis, the culture still pulses. Alongside insane inflation and the shortage of basic goods, there's a people who still smile, still dance, still live. This contrast defines Venezuela today, a constant struggle between what it was, what it is, and what it could be. Despite everything Venezuela faces, one of its greatest treasures is its people. Venezuelans have a unique energy, a warmth that shines through, in a quick smile or a heartfelt embrace. The women in particular are world famous for their beauty, which goes far beyond the physical. It's their charm, their presence, their charisma, unmistakable and magnetic. The Miss Universe pageants that Venezuela dominated for decades aren't just a reflection of external beauty, but symbols of pride and determination. Venezuelan women don't stop at aesthetics. They embrace a culture of confidence and self-worth that survives poverty and hardship. Amid the crisis, Venezuelans keep their love for parties, dances, and celebrations alive. Caracas, Maracaibo, and other cities still vibrate with music. And even when products are scarce, the streets fill with rhythm and color. The people's contagious energy never lets fear take over. Even in hard times, there's always something to celebrate. The resilience of the Venezuelan people is one of the strongest proofs of their spirit. They face unimaginable hardships, yet their smiles, dances, and warmth never fade. The country may stand on the brink of collapse, but its soul remains unbroken. Venezuela is a land of breathtaking landscapes, a hidden gem in the heart of South America. Though its economy has collapsed, its nature continues to shine with indescribable strength. In a land marked by scarcity, there's an abundance of natural beauty. Still wild, still untouched. Canaima, with its towering tepuis and the legendary Angel Falls, the highest waterfall in the world, looks like something out of a fairy tale. Mount Roraima, wrapped in mystery and legend, seems to defy reality. The rivers, forests, savannas, and deserts of Venezuela form a mosaic of ecosystems that few countries on Earth can rival. And then there are the Caribbean beaches, like those of Los Roques, a paradisiacal archipelago with crystal-clear waters and breathtaking scenery. Even amid a brutal crisis, these places remain sanctuaries of pure, untouched beauty. The contrast is striking, a nation struggling to stand, yet with nature richer than any material wealth. Venezuela is a place where natural beauty endures, resisting neglect and poverty. It's as if the country were blessed with a treasure that time can't erase. The nature of Venezuela, with its stunning landscapes, must be seen to be believed. Amid scarcity, food in Venezuela remains a symbol of unity, resilience, and above all, identity. Venezuelan cuisine is simple, but full of history and flavor. Arepas, for example, are a national icon, a dish that crosses generations and is present in almost every home, whether for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Filled with whatever ingredients one can find, arepas are more than a meal. They're a gathering point, a shared moment. The pabellón criollo, another traditional dish, is a true expression of Venezuelan culture. Made with shredded beef, rice, black beans, and plantains, it represents the blend of indigenous, African, and European influences that define the nation. There's no place in the world quite like it. This dish, like so many others, carries not just flavor but resistance. A reminder that despite every hardship, Venezuelan identity has never been lost. Tequeños, those delicious cheese sticks wrapped in a golden crust, are a must at every party or gathering. Every Venezuelan meal feels like a celebration, whether it's a formal event or a casual get-together on the street. Food is always accompanied by music, dance, and conversation. And it's impossible to talk about Venezuela without mentioning how central food is to everyday life. Venezuela, despite all its challenges, has never lost its cultural pride. Its traditions, festivals, and music remain the backbone of an identity that refuses to fade. On every corner, you can feel the weight of a rich history, one that lives on through its songs, dances, and celebrations. The Venezuelan carnival, for example, is an explosion of color and rhythm where joy takes over the streets. But that's not all. The country is full of religious and folkloric traditions still celebrated with passion. The Parranda de San Pedro, for instance, is a religious festival mixing music, dance, and ritual, celebrated with deep devotion in Venezuela's most remote regions. These celebrations have ancient roots and reflect the proud, unbreakable spirit of the people. Llanera music, with its heartfelt melodies and unmistakable rhythms, is another pillar of Venezuelan culture. Born in the plains, it tells stories of life, lost loves, and daily struggles. To this day, you can hear it everywhere, from small bars in Caracas to street festivals deep in the countryside. In major cities like Caracas and Maracaibo, daily life is a constant battle. The streets are jammed with traffic, store shelves are empty, and the lack of electricity and clean water is a reality everyone faces. Yet within this landscape of desolation, there's a quiet but determined struggle to rebuild. In Caracas, you can see people on the sidewalks running improvised street businesses, selling what's left of their goods or offering low-cost services to support their families. Maracaibo, on the other hand, despite its deteriorating infrastructure, still holds tightly to its cultural roots. Traditional festivities, like the Feria de la Chinita, continue to draw crowds, reflecting an optimism few would expect to find in a place so devastated by crisis. In the border regions with Colombia and Brazil, the situation is even more complex. Millions of Venezuelans have migrated to neighboring countries in search of better living conditions. Many live in precarious circumstances, in refugee camps or improvised shelters, yet they still carry immense pride in their nationality. Even far from home, their love and longing for Venezuela never fade. These stories of migration are stories of resilience. Many who leave eventually become agents of change, carrying with them the hope that one day they'll return to their homeland. They may have left their houses behind, but the Venezuelan spirit never leaves them. Being Venezuelan is an identity carried with pride, no matter where you are. Venezuela may be economically bankrupt, but its people are rich in something money can never buy: hope. Venezuelans have the incredible ability to reinvent themselves in the face of adversity. Even amid daily struggles, optimism never completely disappears. The people possess immeasurable strength and continue to fight for a better future, even when it feels far away. That spirit is what defines the real Venezuela. It's not the broken streets or the unemployment statistics that define the country. It's the strength of a people who, despite everything, still believe things can get better. The true treasure of Venezuela isn't its oil, it's the courage of its people. Global media often portrays Venezuela only through its economic and political collapse. But there's another reality that many don't see: the untouched beauty of its landscapes, and the peace that still exists in certain parts of the country. Far from the chaotic cities and daily crisis, there's a Venezuela that seems frozen in time, one that still guards breathtaking natural wonders. The beaches of Los Roques, with their crystal-clear waters and white sands, remain a true paradise. Few know that this archipelago still welcomes tourists, despite the country's hardships. Morocoy National Park, with its hidden bays and incomparable islands, remains a refuge for those lucky enough to visit. In many areas, nature seems untouched, as if the rest of the world has forgotten these corners of paradise. The mountains, like the Sierra Nevada and Pico Bolivar, offer views that could rival any world-class destination. The sunsets over Venezuela's peaks, with their vibrant colors and clear skies, are among the most moving and powerful sights the country still offers. These places remind us of what Venezuela's greatest gift truly is: its lush, unspoiled nature, a natural heritage that, despite everything, remains intact. Venezuela may be financially bankrupt, but its natural beauty remains one of the planet's greatest treasures. Behind the stories of crisis lies a country full of wonder, a place that, when seen with an open heart, reveals a side few ever know or dare to show. The real Venezuela, the one few visit, is still there, full of life, color, and beauty. Venezuela is a paradox. Amid tragedy and chaos, it carries an indescribable beauty. It's a country that, despite being broken, continues to shine with a vibrant soul full of hope and dreams. Its culture, its people, and its landscapes are living proof that true wealth doesn't lie in money, but in the ability to adapt and never give up, even in the face of adversity. Venezuela is a reminder that sometimes beauty and tragedy can coexist in the same place. The country may have lost much, but it never lost its essence. The spirit of the Venezuelan people, their struggle, their warmth, and their resilience, continues to be an inspiration to us all. If you enjoyed this journey through one of South America's most fascinating countries, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next stories. Leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and share this video with someone who'd love to learn about Venezuela's story. Your support is essential for us to keep exploring the most surprising places the world has to offer. See you in the next video, and remember, the true beauty of the world lies in the stories it has to tell.